So despite my username being Aquarium Lover 1, most of my videos up until this point have been about reptiles. So I thought that today I would stay true to my username and create a aquarium video. Now, I'm going to be doing this by showing you my 29-gallon live planted tank. You'll notice that some of the plants don't quite have the height that you'd expect in a 29-gallon tank, but they've been recently transferred from a 10-gallon live plant, and I've done away with that aquarium. But I actually quite like the way things are set up right now, simply because of how great the viewing opportunities are to see the different fish. Now, got a new light fixture, new hood, all the equipment necessary to maintain healthy fish and live plants. But I'm not going to be spending a lot of time discussing the tank, the equipment, the maintenance, the care today. I'm going to be talking about the fish and the inhabitants of the aquarium. So we'll start with what I consider the temporary residents, which are the fish that may get a little bit too large for this particular aquarium and may at one point or another have to be returned to the fish store. Now, a few of these fish were purchased before I spent a good deal of time at the aquarium store, before I had some of the knowledge that I do now, meaning that they're actually quite old, especially these two clown loaches. They are very old residents here. Probably the oldest fish in the aquarium, and definitely the oldest fish that I have and have had in some time. They are, again, probably going to be growing a bit too big for the tank at one point or another and will have to be returned, but for now they are a colorful, active, and fun addition to the tank. I'm also not going to be spending a lot of time discussing the care for the tank inhabitants, just going to go over it. My angelfish over here is another big, beautiful, more temporary resident. Isn't she gorgeous? She's got a lot of personality, a big addition. And least noticeably, a temporary resident would be the Chinese algae eater, who is currently eating algae along the gravel line where the bubble wall is here. Now, moving on to my more permanent residents, I'll start with someone who is making a nice appearance for us right now, who is the beautiful botia, or yo-yo, or Pakistani loach, fish of many names, and quite an interesting addition for the reason that he, in addition to his personality, has but one eye, so doesn't seem to really compromise his ability to be quite fishy. In fact, the loaches seem to respect him as more of a leader. And when I say loaches, I'm referring to the clown loaches here. Now, moving on to our last loach in the tank, we have a coolie loach who, at the moment, is most likely... Oh, there he is, right under the Anubias here. But will not be making an appearance for the camera. Now, another big, beautiful fish is this gorgeous cobalt blue dwarf gourami. He spends a lot of his time over in this region of the tank, but is out after dinner. And then, in addition to those fish, we have quite a number of beautiful schooling fish here. We'll start with my rasboras. We have 5 harlequin rasboras. They are probably the most colorful group of fish in the tank, and I really quite enjoy these fish. I've had them for some time now. Knock wood. They are bright red, brilliant fish that really add a lot to the tank. When I got rid of the 10-gallon live plant, I added these 4 lemon tetras, who you see as the active fish with the partially red eye there and the yellow body tint, who are very active, big, bold additions to the tank. And last but not least for this aquarium, I have a pair of Pristella tetras, who might not at first glance be the most eye-catching fish, but you can see them here. Here's one of the Pristellas, and the other is down in this region. Right now, they're right here together. But their personalities and their fins, their anal and dorsal fins, have really a fantastic pattern. So the personality and the fins make them a really interesting little fish to keep. Now, ordinarily you'd want to have them in slightly larger groups. The reason that I can get away with having the pair is because of the movement already in the tank. With the school of raspberries and lemon tetras, they'll often fall into those schools as they make their way across the aquarium. Oh, for Christ's sake. Tootsie! Mother!